So as I sit here and walk and think about jujitsu and femininity or whatever, it just kind of reminded me of the time where when I first started doing jujitsu, and I didn't start doing jujitsu because of the fact that I wanted to meet men, but especially if you're the kind of person that, like me, I feel like I've always craved love and craved attention, not like the negative attention, but just to be noticed. I don't know if anyone, male or female or non-binary, has felt this way, but I thought a lot about how when any jiu-jitsu gym I've been in, I've never felt like attractive. And of course, you're not doing jiu-jitsu to feel attractive, right? You're doing jiu-jitsu because you want to do a martial arts or whatever. But it's just, I would notice that a lot of the girls in my gym would be treated as girls, and me, I was always one of the guys. And I won't say who, but I remember having a huge crush on one of my training partners, and him going off and dating other girls, and thinking what's wrong with me, and whatever. I mean, all in all, this is ancient history, and I'm currently dating someone. But I think going through that, I thought a lot about how I can present as more feminine. So this is why a lot of what I do in jiu-jitsu, or a lot of the things that have defined my identity in the past few years, has been about me trying to be as feminine as possible. So that would be me. Come on, mama. Yeah. That would be me going to get my nails done, or not revealing. I know this might sound silly, and of course this is just my thoughts, but it'd be me not telling men that I do jiu-jitsu for the first date. I know that people's identity, or feminine identity, presents in different ways. So I know that maybe, well, I don't know people's feminine identity, but for me, the way that I approach femininity, just because it was getting to a point, I don't want to get into my whole dating history and dating story stuff, but basically when I broke up with my boyfriend in China, and I wasn't dating anyone seriously for a while, or just kind of getting Tinder dates and being okay, cool, yeah, oh, this didn't work out, or oh, hey, let's be friends, it made me think about, especially the toughness that comes with jiu-jitsu. Again, just because I've always trained with dudes, I've always felt I had to be one of the guys. So I really took a deep dive into what femininity meant to me, and how I'd like to present show my femininity in a while. So that one thing that has led to me doing that, especially when I was trying to date more seriously, and to be taken seriously by men that I went on dates with, besides having better standards, but would be me taking care of myself more, getting manis and pedis more often, not my dog's eating the grass, but me getting manicures and pedicures more often, getting inspiration from different YouTubers, and stop, pumpkin, getting inspiration from different YouTubers, asking some of my male friends what femininity means, or what a feminine chick meant to them. And oddly enough, a lot of the guys that I hung out with, a lot of their girlfriends don't do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, which is sad. I feel that jiu-jitsu has been something that defines me. Whew. my arm's tired, but jiu-jitsu has been something that defines me, so I can't, you know, get rid of this identity part of myself. But, you know, keeping my gym stuff outside the gym, and then with my, well, before I met my boyfriend, but like keeping my, you know, jiu-jitsu stuff in the gym, and then having that identity not present themselves unless I was asked about it. So it's been an interesting dynamic in how to do that. Like, what's my definition, or how do I tap into my femininity? It's been, you know, again, self-love, self-care, taking care, like, you know, doing mani-pedis, doing facials, taking extra care into like my facial routine, you know, taking care of my skin, eating better, even though sometimes I do have trouble with that to this day. When I was single, like when I would talk to men, this sounds so sad, but like I'm not looking for men's attention, but I would soften my voice, because I do have a very loud and strong voice. So even when I'm whispering, like, you could ask my sister's like, hey, you're talking too loud. I'm like, literally, this is my voice, so what am I supposed to do? So like softening my voice a little bit when I talk to men that I'm interested in, it's silly, like, but it just helps me feel more feminine. And then when I go to the gym, let's go kick ass like I usually do. Some other ways that I, you know, look to be more feminine is like putting some more thoughts into my outfits, and like, you know, softening up my look, just because it is so easy to put on some like sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and, you know, especially because I work from home, like, you know, not shower or whatever. But, you know, just to keep that consistency in my femininity things. Like, yeah, you know, showering, putting together cute outfits, things that make me feel beautiful. Like, femininity to me is beauty, and believing in your own beauty, you know, not looking for that external validation. So my question for you is, like, especially if you're women, like, what's your definition of femininity? Like, how do you define your own femininity? And what are the things that you do to, like, kind of upkeep on there? Anyway, see you next time.